Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers with me, Nerd 37. So we're up here in West Yellowstone, that's KWYS, and in this episode we're going to fly to Aspen, Colorado, that's KASE. I've got some old, I believe it's old scenery from Aerosoft for Aspen, actually. It's not that great, to be quite honest. I think, like I say, I think it's kind of old. Yeah, but we'll go ahead and, it should be around 380 miles or so, according to Flight Sim Commander. However, they don't seem to be right a lot of the time. So we'll go ahead and jump in here. Alright, got our 9 people. Fuel, it should be about 25%. Of course, we need a little bit extra, just by the rule. And of course, I'm going to make it 45 instead of 40, because we don't know the actual distance, because Flight Sim Commander is often not correct. Alright, we can actually probably get well over 500 pounds. I might actually be able to get like 600 pounds. You could probably get like 650. Well, I'm going to leave it to, I'll put like 625. The only thing is we're going to use more fuel the heavier we get. So, alright, set the type, normal flight. Destination is KASE. Here we go.
Destination set.
Alright, go ahead and load her up.
Check flight control.
Alright, move this up to the top left. Let's jump in the cockpit. Put their seatbelts on. Sounds like the audio is a little bit messed up at times. But I know Carenado, like, they add a little bit of scratchiness to theirs as well. Alright. We gotta remember exactly how to start this thing up again. It's been a little while since I've since I've flown in this aircraft. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the battery. Battery 2. Make sure we have... Alright, we do have the parking brake on, or they wouldn't have let me even get in here. FsPassengers wouldn't have. Actually, where is... Alright, my lights are up there, aren't they? I was looking for my lights. Here we go. Nav and beacon, we'll go ahead and turn those on. And we will have to move out a little bit for the fuel. Alright, so Gen 1. Fuel pumps, I guess we can leave those in auto, I'm not totally sure. Avionics 1 goes on. Alright. Starter. I didn't get back far enough because we gotta get to the fuel. There we go. I should have made another view of this. We'll go up here. I'm gonna put Gen 2 on as well. Avionics 2. Alright. I think we've got everything on that we'll need to. Let me just make one last check. Nav and beacon are on. That's all good. Everything I believe is on here that we need. We can turn on the prop yet. I don't know that we'll have any icing. It's fairly warm. Although who knows what they're going to say. Let's see, did I make a view for over here? Yeah. To power to these. As you can see, we're heading kind of west-northwest. Let's see, it says actually 379, so that's exactly what Flight Sim Commander said. It's kind of surprising. Alright, we'll bring up ATC here. I wonder if my sound is going to be screwed up. Alright, tune into the traffic, select a runway for takeoff. We got 1 and 19, so we'll go for 19, straight ahead. and it's kind of straight out there. And that's our taxi. Oh, it does work. Bring a few pop-ups. I can't remember which is which there. 4 is the autopilot that we want. Let's see if I can go ahead and set that. I have it. I think we're playing on 17.5. I thought there was another way where you could get it to go up by 1,000 each. Apparently not. Although this is probably off or not, because I'll probably have to redo it when we actually take off. I don't know why it has to take so long. Alright. Go back over here. The CDI to GPS. That's good. Alright. Go up top. We'll turn our taxi light on. Parking brake comes off. And we'll start our taxi. I can't remember how many. Alright, there's 3. Positions for the flaps. Alright. Go ahead and taxi. I think we have to cut back on the fuel a little bit for takeoff as well, because we are what, 6,650 feet elevation right now. I forgot about this thing stops so easily. I don't know what the transponder thing is about. Right, transponder 1 and transponder 2. I wasn't sure if it was trying to give me a warning or not. This thing slows down too quick, like there's a ton of friction or something. I'm afraid to give it too much throttle here. Probably just take this taxiway. I think it does go on down, but I think at this taxiway we will have enough room to get on out of here. It's pretty long runways, if I remember correctly. You can land anything here. Alright, we'll stop right here. Put on my parking brake. Alright, I wanted to set my heading as well. I'm going to put it at 190 if I can read it. There it is, right there. That's 191, 190. Oh. There we go. Get that thing out of the way. Cut the fuel back. I'll leave it right there at 89. It's not gonna make too much of a difference, I don't think. I don't know how well they do that. Alright, landing lights and strobe lights come on. ATC, we're heading out, we'll say, actually to the south. We're not heading to the south, are we? Is the desired trek anyway? 136? Yeah, we'll say to the south. I hate how they move. The GPS and stuff change once you've actually moved. Alright. Haven't heard anyone on the radios and don't see anyone, so go ahead and get out of here. By the way, Central Orbex's Central Rocky Mountains are also installed, and everything is at very dense. I'm sure I could actually run it at extreme limits. I think we came in maybe on extreme limits. I can't remember. we'll do a rolling takeoff, no reason to stop. Alright, let's go ahead and throttle on up. Airspeed's alive. Give her a little more throttle. I don't want to go full throttle because I don't want to FsPassengers to screw us over. Say we lost an engine or anything. I'm surprised you can take off in this thing under 100 knots. Here's coming up. I'm going to go ahead and retract the flaps to see if we can get a little more airspeed. I'm not gunning it. I was kind of surprised at how long it actually took this thing to get up to speed. I'm also, like I say, surprised that you can... It's under 100 knots and we can actually get up. We're almost completely full, weight-wise. All of a sudden the nose is coming up. Sure, it back down. Alright, we can head out as well to the left. Don't really want to climb at 1,500 feet a minute. Well, this blade should have no problem doing it. It feels kind of powerful once you get it going. Like I say, I don't want to take off at 100% or even get the engines up near 100% because FsPassengers will sometimes say, you blew an engine. That's trouble. Man, she's having trouble keeping that nose down. Go ahead and let's see. Autopilot, yaw damper, we'll hit it nav. I don't quite understand that. Armament for 17.5, but then we'll tell it to climb here. We'll tell it 1,500 feet a minute. Alright, so I guess once you arm it, you can actually use that. I wasn't quite sure. It's coming up on 9,800 feet.
Passing 10,000, Cap.
Really need to make a view for this. That fuel condition lever is hidden. Jump up here. Landing lights and taxi lights can come off. I'm actually going to slow our descent a little bit. Pick up a little more airspeed. Let's also see, how long it's expected to take. 2 hours, 373 from here, but 2 hours, and of course not take that long once we get up to our cruising altitude. I can't remember exactly how fast cruising altitude is. What was that direct track or desired track? 136. Kind of sucks you can only usually. You gotta use this every time to get your headings. 136. See, I wish I would have had everything set up when we were closer to the airport. We could have taken a look at that. I thought that the website said that West Yellowstone was located within the Central Rocky Mountains of FSX. It Sure doesn't seem it from the look up here, though. Alright, but we're on our way up to 17.5. A little under 2 hours. I'll go ahead and speed it up and be back in just a little bit.
I have no good authority, and you feel free to unfasten your seatbelts. Please return to your seats and fasten seatbelts. Thank you.
Alright, everybody, slowing it down here. Let's see, we're 28 miles out, it looks like. Let's go ahead and go up to the map here. I believe, if I remember it correctly, it's runway 15 has the ILS. Yes, that's basically straight in. Alright, it's 7,800 feet up. I was thinking it was like 8,000, so pretty close. Runway 15 is kind of weird. How is the ILS heading 120 on runway 15. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, 108.5. 120, 108.5. Come back to the left a little bit now. I was worried about this mount. See, I'm having to stop at 12,000 feet. Let's go 108.5 here. .5, and I'll do the same down here. 108.5, put that up. Like I say, it's weird though. 120 for. I don't know if I can change the course. I don't think I can change the. Well, I can move this out of GPS real quick. Alright, 120 it is. Well, it's runway 15, which is like straight in. Alright, was it 7,800, so we can go down as well. I'll make it 11,000 even. Put us 3,000 feet above. Well, the problem is we got all these mountains around here. Kind of worries me a little bit. I think Aspen, isn't that one of the missions in FSX? The Learjet? And the horrible, horrible weather, if I remember correctly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and slow her down as well. We're 18 miles out. It does appear that we need to get to the left because runway 15 looks like it's actually catty cornered a little bit. I don't understand why the course is 120. Alright, so it looks like it is straight in. See, we want to get right here. Navigating around these mountains. We need to descend a little bit quicker, by the way. I'm going to bring this down as well. 10.6. Still need to get out to the left here. Get right there. A little more to the left and then we'll make our right turn in. Pretty much good right there. I'm going to go ahead and flip on our landing lights. Alright, I'm going to move the condition limiter up a little bit. We're very high up. Put it at 70%. Looks like we're pretty much ready to head over to the runway. Alright, so that is on there. Sit nav. Arm it. There is the runway. Well, this isn't going well.
Descending below 10,000.
More flaps coming out. We actually got way over to the left. That nav didn't work too well. Alright, we're at full flaps. Speed is coming way down. I'm surprised by that. We need to get way down. It's a tricky airport because you got to come in obviously so high because of the mountains and then get down. Oh, this thing is trimmed so far nose down. Alright, we got down a little quicker than I thought. I got the gear down and flaps out really quick because I thought, man, we're going to have to get down so quick. Actually, we got down quicker than we needed to. We're still a little high though. Much more manageable. I really don't understand why the nav didn't seem to want to work. Still need to work on getting down some. You know what? We never did damn it. How did we forget that? There's going to be ATC if there's... Yeah, we can't tune into the tower. My apologies. I completely forgot about that. We went straight to the map instead of contacting the tower. Still need to get down a little bit. Not too bad, though. Worried about that speed as well. Give it just a little bit of thrust. Man, she feels so lively. Gonna be able to get that taxiway. Man, it's like, I don't know if it's on the low speeds or whatever, but man, you could see why we were going left and right a lot. She was really lively. Now we got a little too slow there. Forgot to hit record as well. Instant replay. I said the scenery is not that great. Landing lights can come off, strobe can come off as well. Tune to Aspen ground, we'll go to parking.
Aspen ground, Zulu uniform 063, request taxi to parking. Zulu uniform 063, taxi to general aviation
no
parking
kidding.
via taxiway.
You don't say.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway. Zulu uniform 063.
Alright. Give her a little thrust here. Yeah, so it wasn't the greatest landing. We came down kind of on one wheel. Like I say, it kind of was like right to left. Like it was really lively as we were coming down. So you got to get used to it. I've only flown it, what, a couple times or whatever. What is this, our third flight in it? Something like that. We go like Megsfield to Kansas City to West Yellowstone, I think. I'm not go. Why do we really have to go all the way down, clear to the very end? I was trying so hard to get on that taxiway, or on the runway to stop to get to that taxiway. Now they're telling us to actually need to go all the way down there. Kind of would just say, screw it, we'll park right here. I want to see where they've taken us. Looks like right here, alright. But wait, there's more over here. Are they taking us down here to right there? What in the world? Well, I'm not going all the way down and around. I'll just go cut straight over. There's no taxiway markings or anything either. Look how much that goes around. It's very odd. Pulling right over here. Alright, stop right here. Parking brake goes on. Take your belts off. Go ahead and cut that off. Put on the external power. Cut off avionics. Taxi light. Nav and beacon. Gen 1, Gen 2. Weird, that one, okay, maybe because that one has a reset button. Door. Don't hit the prop. On your way out. Turn off the bat 2. I guess I'll leave bat 1 on since we technically have external power on. Turn on this one as well. Or I guess we... I don't know. Do we have external... I don't know if we really have external power on or not. You don't need the battery on for external power, do you? But everything is off. So maybe you do. I don't know. Close that door up. And we'll go ahead and end this flight. 378 nautical miles. Time airborne 132.40. Flight time 144.52. Time on the ground 13.5 minutes. Average speed 245 knots. Climb time 9 minutes 4 seconds. Cruise time hour 11:20. Average cruise speed 259.27. Descent time 12:16. Landing speed was 71.95 knots. Come down to 179 feet a minute, which was nice. Landing pitch 2.53 degrees. Landing weight 99,213 pounds. Used 660 pounds of fuel. 97 on the climb. 495 on the cruise. Used 616 an hour. Used 67 on the descent. Passengers loved us. Thought we were 100%. Got $1,894 for the tickets. $1,193 for the cargo. Fuel cost us $455. $8 for the airport taxes. $133 on the insurance costs. Real income $2,491 times 50 gives us $124,550. Got $138,776 for the fleet. One grounded for maintenance. We need to fix one. So we got $263,326. Thought we should be 100%. So we increased 0.17% to 98.34. Perfect flight, 230 pilot bonus points, 50 for the very nice landing, 150 for the perfect flight, and plus 30 for the scheduled airport, which is still ridiculous. Yes, Aspen. By the way, OrbX, I noticed on their website, I was just checking, they're coming out with one at Telluride. Well, that was pretty cool. It'd be better than this, but in all due respect to Aerosoft, I do believe this is pretty old, so it can't be too hard on them. I guess. I don't know. Alright. I was checking around because, like Jackson Hole and Bozeman, we have scenery for that, but each of those, when we were at Yellowstone, was like 60-some miles away to each, so I was like, daggone it. And it has some others, but they were like 600 miles, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go for that long a flight. So we'll see where we go next. Because I do want somewhat long flights just for the money, so we could go over to Jackson Hole, and then maybe to Bozeman. I think that might be like 120 miles, hopefully. And then we can head out back west, because there are a couple airports we can hit up, I think, out in the west. And then start flying around. But in any event, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.